Good morning, good morning. It's great to stay up late in the morning, with you and you and you and you in the morning. In the morning, it's great to stay up late in the morning. In the morning with you, nothing could be grander than to be in Louisiana. I think that's our theme song for Facebook Live for Elephant. We do these 5 days a week. And sometimes I have really cool guests on, like we did yesterday. And sometimes it's just little old me. So if you feel like tuning in, I appreciate it. And I'll try and make it worth your while by offering some sort of Buddhist-y, mindfully tips. Not really Buddhist-y, actually, just straight up Buddhism. So I grew up in the Buddhist tradition, and thank God I did, because like most of us, I was half nuts and full of arrogance and insecurity and just a lot of beautiful boldness that I wasn't kind of at peace with. And so today I thought I'd talk about something that bothers me a fair amount. I was talking with a friend who was just at an amazing dance party, the dance party we talked about yesterday, actually. And she was pointing out that the cups were plastic, the sample cups were plastic, there was like 5 different things that were kind of like toxic or plastic for ourselves and for our environment. And we're seeing that on a large scale with the planet right now. So this isn't going to just be some stupid, boring environmental thing. This will be about us and our own happiness. And it'll be about the planet and how to help animals and how to fight climate change and how to be better at our jobs and our lives and our relationships with family or loved ones or colleagues. So in Buddhism, it's very easy from a sort of La, Nien, and Lu point of view, and I did a whole video on what La, Nien, and Lu are on our YouTube channel, if the editor on duty can share that. La is LHA. La is like the top of a mountain. It's basically your mind and your vision and your mission in your life. So the principle of La is the top of the mountain, the snowy peak. And basically, if you see someone who is multitasking all the time, which could be us, that's a sign that we're not in harmony with our own self, our own life. Basically, when you multitask, what you're doing is you're filling the space. You're filling a gap. There's a video I've been referring to a lot by Louis C.K. where he talks about how he's just busy and nervous and filling the space with entertainment and that kind of itch and texting people. And finally he relaxes and he stops doing that. And he feels an overwhelming flood of emotion, at first grief and then joy. And that's kind of what we can do in our everyday life when we detox from boredom, when we detox from having to fill the space. We've all had that experience of being at a traffic light and you immediately have to get your phone out. Instead, you just look around you, you look at the traffic. Maybe it's not beautiful. You look at the autumn leaves, they are beautiful. You look at your own life. You're present for your life. You smell the roses. And even if the roses are traffic, you can just show up for your life and allow a gap. And what happens when you allow a gap in law, instead of filling it with texting and entertainment, you can allow space for insight. So if you're appreciating this video so far, please comment, say where you're from. It's always fun to see. Say your name and where you're from. I guess your name will show up, this being Facebook. And if you want to support these sort of mindful messages getting out to the world, not just to the choir, I've said this before if you've tuned in, but it's incredibly powerful if you like or love or give a funny emoticon in Facebook land, because then Facebook algorithm says, okay, this video has traction and we're going to allow it to get through the tight algorithm and actually get out to all those who might not yet give a care about the mindful life. And the mindful life is not, you don't need to be Buddhist, you don't need to be spiritual, you don't need to be yoga-y, you don't need to be anything, you don't need to be hippie, you can just be you. But you can show up, the idea is basically you can show up fully for your life in a kind way with a sense of humor about yourself, with openness, but at the same time with strength. Often when we're kind in our life, we're not sure if that's kind of weak. We feel like being a jerk, being a mean person is stronger. But that doesn't have to be true. The notion of peaceful warriorship is that we can show up when that peace can actually be stronger. So thank you. Ken from Toronto, Theo from Italy, awesome. And Teresa from Mississippi, Laurel from Winnipeg, people all over. It's always super cool to see, at least for me. Nikki from Exmouth, I don't know how to say it, in Devon, England. I have a crush on a girl named Devon. Eileen from New York City. Vanessa from Barcelona, hello again, thank you. Vanessa Garcia, Castro Garcia. Kimberly from Holland, Michigan. And Lisa from Denver. Amanda from Boston, Baston. I used to live in Baston for many years, nearly 8 years. Veronica from Chicago, Ruby from Chicago. You and Veronica should meet up for coffee. Mario from Indonesia. Kelsey from Pennsylvania. Yes, exactly. Emily, great point. So it's not just filling our lives with technology and devices. It can be filling your lives with alcohol and drugs. And you're a recovering alcoholic and have noticed how much more aware of all the beauty in life you are now. So big love to you, Emily. Let's everyone give her some love. Love online might feel meaningless, but it's still an expression of support and kind of affection and appreciation, and we can certainly all share that and feel that. Emily from New Philadelphia, Ohio. Carrie from the Northwoods of the U.S., and I want to thank those of you who sent some good energy. My friend's triple bypass. Oh my God. Was this yesterday? I think I remember this. Went very well, and she is home and healing up, looking for new directions. Thank you all for engaging. So big love, Carrie, to your friend. That's great. Farhad from Aurora, Ontario. We have an Aurora here in Colorado too. Maria from California. Carly from Perth. Sterile is loving it. Heidi from Phoenix. Mike from Exeter, New Hampshire. Jay from Costa Rica. Wow. We're all jealous of Jay. Reggie from Cleveland. Edna, hey. Where are you? Kate from Virginia. Jamie from Belfast. Good morning from Pasadena, from Delia. And big love to Emily. Alrighty, so back to our subject. Now that we have the world community kind of engaged. So if you're just tuning in, it's really powerful if you like or love or funny emoticon face this. If you're the editor on duty, if you can put the La Nian and Lu video, I don't think I've seen that, or maybe you already shared it. And if you want to support independent media, not conspiracy-addled media. I have friends who are just reading these conspiracy sites night and day and want to basically kill Hillary Clinton, and I feel like we're kind of losing our center in the U.S., and I don't mean political center, I just mean a center where facts can be facts and we don't have to hate everybody who disagrees with us. So if you want to support peaceful, fact-based independent media, please get elephantjournal.com/best. That's our online magazine, and that's the best way also to get only our best content, not just the sort of Facebook algorithm stuff, which tends to be viral, which can be fine, but it's not our best stuff. So if you want our best stuff, elephantjournal.com/best, and it's free. Alrighty. So our subject was how to tell if someone is in harmony with their own life. This also applies to us. So if you're filling the gaps of your life constantly, then you're not in harmony with law, which is our vision, our insight, our openness, our mission in life, our intention. So this might sound like spiritual gobbledygook, but basically the principle of law in our lives is that if our head is up and we treat our brain and our heart well by learning, reading good stuff, by talking, having good, meaningful conversations with people, by engaging in community. Radha, who was on yesterday, did anyone see Radha yesterday? Let's put that video in. Radha was so inspiring to me. Incredibly powerful, kind of fun, really kind woman. founder of Thinks and founder of Daybreaker, which is a sober and drug-free party in the morning. So we had her on yesterday. So if you're engaging in community, she was saying community is one of the best ways to be healthy and to engage genuine happiness in your own life. Then your law, your sort of the law principle is good. And if you're, on the other hand, you're filling it by multitasking, by being on Facebook while half watching the TV, while half talking with someone, then you're not treating your own self with respect, your own life with respect. If you are a multitasker like myself, we all are, you don't need to guilt trip yourself, though. That's not a positive solution. The solution is simply to just have Maitri for yourself. We could put that blog in the comments. To make friends with yourself and say, I can slow down and I can be present for this beautiful autumn. I'll show you. Redford is taking a nap. That little body on the floor is Redford having a little nap. And it's a beautiful autumn day. So if you can be present for your life, then it's kind of more fun and it's more peaceful and it's more beautiful. You can be in love with your life, whether or not you're in love with anyone, directly or not. So that's law. So another way to tell if you're in harmony with the world is Lu, is the earth principle. So La is the mountaintop, Lu is the earth. La is not superior to Lu. They're all need to be balanced. And then Nian is in the middle. Nian is the realm of heart, of friendship, of human society. So Lu is, we've all gone to these, at least I have, these sort of spiritual events or these yoga events or whatever, these do-goodery events where everyone thinks everyone is wonderful and everyone's high on each other, but where there's plastic or there's sort of these other toxic like paint things, and there's all kinds of like hypocritical waste going on. Like yesterday at this party, they were recycling all the compostable cups, which is not how it works. That means they're going to have to all go to the landfill. So basically, if we walk our talk environmentally, it's October, late October, I still haven't turned the heat on in my house. And yes, at night it's really cold, but I get under a ton of blankets and it's super cozy and fun. And now it's warm again, and I have a blanket, and I have a hoodie, and I have good coffee. And it's kind of nice, and it's not suffering. When it gets colder, I will turn on the heat. But we have to remember, there's so many activists out there saying, fracking is evil. I hate you for fracking, and attacking people who are pro-fracking. And yet we go home to our natural gas ovens. And while that doesn't mean that we can't still try to reduce fracking and get natural gas or get our energy from other more responsible sources, we have to look at our own relationship to our own hypocrisy and, on the other hand, on a positive hand, walking our talk. So this video series is called Walk the Talk Show for a reason. It's more fun to walk our own talk instead of just sort of hateful activism. Activism needs to come out of us walking our talk and saying, you know what? Like, activism can be a peaceful, beautiful act of love, saying, like, for example, with gay rights, saying, love is love is love is love. Love is wonderful. Let's allow anyone to get married. And we've done that successfully as a nation now. And that's, obviously, we have a ways to go on a more personal level. Many of us have been brought up in a bigoted way. But anyway, so those are two ways to tell if we're in harmony with our life. If you go to an event that is trashing the planet, I've been to natural products events in Anaheim, the center of the natural products in the whole world, where you eat all this amazing food, and then at the end of the party you see them throwing away tons and tons, literally, of food. So we don't need to do that. There's organizations like Boulder Food Rescue. I did a video with them. It was the first video I ever cried on camera. I actually kind of rushed off camera. There's beautiful people who are volunteering and serving. And this is probably the final way to come into closer harmony with your life, is service. So as Eleanor Roosevelt said, if you like Eleanor, give a like or love. Again, it helps it get through the algorithm. Eleanor said, when I discovered service, when I discovered helping others made me joyful, I never wanted to do anything else for the rest of my life. So I wrote a blog called Data Boy Who Serves, which was a rebuttal to a Huffington Post blog called Data Boy Who Travels, which was sort of about this Trustafarian guy who was just traveling the whole world and how cool that is. And sure, it is cool, but you know what's cooler? A boy who is, or girl, or man, or woman, who is willing to serve others and volunteer. So some people out there are working night and day to benefit this planet. Let's all take a little personal vow right now, if you're willing, if you'll join me, to help them out. Don't let some people, shoulder the burden of humanity. Let's all do our little part to row this boat called humanity, called enlightened society. And then our society can begin to get a little kinder, a little more fair, bit by bit. And a little bit makes a huge difference. So if you have any questions or comments, or you want to say where you're tuning in from, please do, and I'll discuss. So there's my Lanyan and Lu video, which goes into those principles, which are really helpful in everyday life. There's little things like you don't put a newspaper on the ground. You don't put your feet up on the table, but you don't have to be uptight about it either. Just watch the video if you're curious. It's been really helpful in my life. Sam Haas from Portland, Oregon. I'm jealous. La Juna Turley from Oklahoma. Mark from South Africa. Welcome. There's Rada from Daybreaker, an amazing woman. I think we're all in love with her right now. Deb Deep. So we can't notify you when you go live. We have no control over the Facebook Live stuff. You have to click get notified when you go live. And I think I saw you yesterday. You gave a comment to Rada, so I'm not sure. Anyway, sorry you didn't hear about it. But remember, all videos always go to our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Elephant Journal. And remember, we're not in charge of Facebook. So if you missed a notification, maybe Facebook didn't send it, or maybe they did send it to you. I have no idea. So can't help you out. But if you click get notifications the second I hang up, or if you subscribe on our YouTube channel, you'll get all the videos. So there's the most valuable thing today, is the link Maitri in comments. It's really tough. It's not fruity, namby-pamby, wishy-washy, love and lighty, hippy-dippy stuff to love yourself. It's actually really hard work to make friends with yourself, including the parts of yourself that you may not like. So read Maitri. Oh, that's so sweet. From Corey in Redondo Beach. Oh my God, I'm exhausted right now because I watched the whole conversation with you and Rada last night at like 3 a.m. I didn't expect to watch the whole thing, but it was inspired and inspiring. She was so inspired and inspiring. I'm hilarious. Such self-deprecating humor, my favorite. Thank you so much. Well, it was fun to have someone on the show instead of just me blabbing with you guys. Hopefully you guys make these videos work. And yeah, she was really fun. Oh, Carly, I loved your YouTube video on this subject. You took us on a hike with you. I remember you standing in the cold water. Right, that's Lu. So that's the Lanyan and Lu video. I'm glad you watched that. Yeah, it's been pretty popular. And this isn't like my idea. This is a Buddhist kind of notion, or Shambhala notion of La, Nyan, and Lu. Basically how to connect sort of with the principles of Earth and our planet, and how to live a harmonious, helpful life. Yeah, there's a great blog, how to save money, save our planet, and stay cozy all winter long. Like right now, I have a beautiful old blanket on my lap, and it's kind of fun. And I have nice slippers, keep my feetsies warm. Roxanne, I think about how I am into environmentalism, but I still have consumer habits. It is deeply ingrained and hard. It is deeply ingrained and hard, but it's actually not. You can like, there's a craft fair here. So if you enjoy spending money as sort of like shopping therapy, just find like fair trade or local merchants or made in the USA kind of stuff that's environmentally responsible. Etsy is a great source if you don't have something like that near you. Etsy is actually getting a little kind of too open to crap now, but Craigslist is amazing. You can buy like everything I own, like this table I just bought. I just bought this table, beautiful tiger oak. I bought that on Craigslist. I bought that on Craigslist. And then everything's cheaper too. I bought these beautiful restoration hardware curtains on Craigslist. The curtain rods we made out of old pipe from this place called Resource. I bought this alcohol and Wi-Fi holder on Craigslist. This chair I bought at, what do you call it? Salvation Army kind of place. Craigslist. So, it's good stuff because you can actually save money and get really quality stuff. And you can get new stuff or you can get old-fashioned stuff, whatever you like. I have two beautiful old, super sturdy chairs right here. Guess how much they were? $9 each. So you can actually, and all my clothes pretty much come from Buffalo Exchange, which is a secondhand place. So it's kind of fun, and you don't have to look crappy. I know I look a little crappy. I'm a bad model for this stuff, but thanks for putting up with that. All right, Nicole, I needed this video. Just getting too wrapped up in the DAPL stuff. I call it DAPL. No one else does. Well, good for you for giving a care about Native Americans and our planet and trying to stop this pipeline. We all need energy. We all consume energy. So if we can bicycle more, or walk more, or bus more, then we can walk our talk in terms of not wanting more of these pipelines. That said, you're volunteering, hopefully it sounds like, in trying to stop that pipeline, and that's wonderful. Shailene Woodley, who's an actress, has been doing a ton of that. We're trying to get her to write something about it or do a video with me. Maybe we'll get her on. Amy Goodman has been reporting on it, got arrested briefly. It's important stuff, but it's also important to do it out of peacefulness, out of love, out of compassion, not out of aggression. As they say in Buddhism, aggression just creates further aggression. Meaning, like, if you hate George W. Bush and you yell at people about that, this is back in the day, then they yell at you back. If you hate Obama and you yell at people about that, they yell at you back. There's just, or you hate Trump, then they hate back. That's a better example right now. You hate Hillary. Well, I don't know if liberals hate you back, but they'll throw peace signs at you or something. All right. Roxanne, good for you. There's my Data Boy Who Serves blog. Data Boy who wants to do some good, to put others before himself, to help others who haven't perhaps been given the same opportunities. That's effing hot. I really like that blog. I hope someone reads it here. Nienke, yeah, you can just tag your friends, I believe, in the comments. Or maybe you can click invite. I'm not really sure. Oh yeah, and there's instructions, Deb Deep, for under the liked button on Elephant Journal, select on for live video notifications, and then you'll know when the videos start. Heart. Thank you. Whoever's in comments is rocking it. Let's give some love and like to the elephant editor who's on duty. Sometimes I can be very mean to them. Today they're doing very well. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to get alerts for all new videos. Yeah, YouTube is really where these videos reside. We have more than 5 million views. It's kind of a decent sized channel about mindfulness. It's kind of cool that some people care about this stuff. You know, often the most popular stuff on YouTube is sort of like prank videos or, you know, funny, weird, random videos or sexy videos. It's great when we can sit around and talk about how to be good people and be of benefit to our planet. Hella from Denmark. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet of you. Yeah, amen. Jared, I'm on the same page. I interviewed the fracking guy who did the fracking documentary. I did another interview with another fracking guy. I've interviewed our local congressman, Jared Polis, who has been fighting fracking. We've done a lot of good videos on fracking if the editor wants to put those 3 in the comments. Things like fracking disproportionately affect less fortunate people in this world. Look up Cancer Alley in Louisiana. It must be stopped at any cost. Fighting such things are making this world a better place. I agree, but I don't like the word fighting. I think working to stop such things and to encourage solar and wind, we don't just want to fight. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with opposing or trying to stop, but we don't want to bring further aggression into this world. It has plenty. And righteous aggression, self-righteous aggression is one of the worst kinds of aggression, because everyone believes in their cause, right? and at an extreme point, we're willing to kill for that cause. And at that point, we've gone over the edge from working for a just cause to becoming just a major jerk. All right, not that you are, I'm just saying, let's not fight stuff. Oh, Kim Griffith, making a trip to the Boulder bookstore today, traveling to the mountains, so excited to pick up my book. That's so cool, thank you. A nice emoticon. Yeah, I wrote a book, it's super eco, there's no plastic, so 100% of all modern books are plastic coated. It's actually kind of toxic. You know how old books have that beautiful like vanillin smell? Well, new books have that beautiful new car smell because they're toxic plastic coated. My book is not, and it's about mindful love and relationships and commitment and what that might look like. Emily Miller, this is the first you've seen me, and you'll definitely watch more and try not to miss me live. Yeah, don't try. Just get the notifications, and then it'll be easy. And if you miss them, that's cool. You can always check them out on YouTube if you care to. So there's 261 people watching this live right now, which is pretty cool. Edna, I'm not really decorating. I just got rid of a huge dining table. I sold it to one of my childhood best friends for almost nothing, almost free. And I just got a way smaller table that's more comfy and makes my whole dining room feel big. And then it has a bunch of leaves, so it can still get huge for the sort of once or twice a year I have a big dinner party. At most. Let's face facts. Nikki, I'll show you the dog when he gets up. Right now he's just napping and being peaceful. I guess that's fine. 278 viewers. It's rising. 284. There's Redford. Hey, Redford. Hey, Reddy. What's up, Redford? Oh, that's all I'm gonna get out of him right now. He's like, what? Carrie, I love buying secondhand. Christine, I don't know what ThreadUp is, but that sounds awesome, and I love the name for secondhand clothing. Edna loves curb discount projects. That's awesome. Yeah, finding something. Every year, we call it Hippie Christmas here. Every year when the students move out, they leave, like, it looks like the aisles in Target in our alleys. I got a beautiful new lamp. Every year I get something, a rug. Oh, thank you, Ev. I just feel sort of like I look like crap today because I've been working for hours, but I still haven't showered. So I apologize for not showing up with a bow tie. All right. Melanie King, I followed you for so long and I had no idea you were just down the road from me. Yeah, we're in Boulder, Colorado. Ev, well, Redford's stretching and stuff. It's pretty cute, but I'll wait till he gets up. Yeah, youtube.com/Elephant Journal. There's my conversation with Josh Fox, who's been involved in DAPL and the anti-fracking stuff. Yeah, I just did a video on how fracking is becoming legal in Boulder. One of the is sort of like the Rebel Alliance in Star Wars. Basically, the Death Star. The Empire is successfully getting fracking right in the rebel stronghold of Boulder, Colorado. So if they can do it in Boulder, they can and will do it anywhere. So I just did a video on that. My book is called Things I Would Like to Do With You, Roxanne. Not Roxanne, just Things I Would Like to Do With You, comma, Roxanne. Amanda, I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I work all night and I sleep all day. My book is called Things I Would Like to Do With You. You can get it at elephantjournal.com/books, and I'm happy to discuss it if anyone wants to. I believe Sean Korn just joined. Sean Korn, as you may know, is a well-loved yoga teacher and activist, and it's fitting that she tuned in since we've just been talking about trying to get people to vote. Whether you're going to vote for Trump, you're going to vote for Hillary, you're going to vote for someone else. We have blogs on Gary Johnson, on Jill Stein, on Hillary, on Trump. Maybe the elephant editor on duty could share some of those. I just shared a pretty funny one about Deepak Chopra talking about where Donald Trump is stuck. And it's not too surprising, but it's pretty funny. It's Deepak Chopra on Conan O'Brien. And maybe we could put that in the comments. But basically, if you can show up and get one of those "I'm voted" stickers, then you're winning. In democracy, we're not here to tell you how to vote. We are here to inform your vote. We do care about equal rights. We do care about climate change here at Elephant, and hopefully you do. We do care about peace on earth, which is a Christian value as much as anything. We do care about improving our healthcare system, not just trashing it. And therefore, I have endorsed Hillary, and you can read my endorsement. But an endorsement of Hillary is not saying she's perfect. And if you hate me for doing that, that's your problem. Honestly, we can discuss and we can disagree. You can endorse Trump or vote for Trump, and we can still be respectful friends in society. It's a kind of new thing that isn't very helpful, that we have to hate each other if we disagree. It's actually really healthy, like at Thanksgiving when you're around your family members who might be conservative or liberal and you're not used to that. Here in Boulder, Colorado, most people are liberal, although there's a fair amount of yuppie kind of conservatives and libertarians. And it's our job to all kind of get along. And we don't have to dumb down to get along. We can just communicate genuinely and with respect. So we have to remember how to agree to disagree agreeably. So if you have any pro-Trump, pro-Jill, pro-Gary Johnson comments, go nuts. You can even, I'll allow your comment and raise you one, which is you could blog it up, elephantjournal.com/submit, share it to us, and we will share it with thousands of people. Because ultimately, Elephant is not about my opinion or your opinion. It's just about us trying to share how to make the world a better place and how to make our lives a little bit saner and kinder. So I have this hat. I don't have it with me today, but it's a red hat with white lettering like Trump's hat. It says, "Make America Kind Again." We made those with Elephant. And, I'll run into Trump fans occasionally, and they're not sure if I'm criticizing them or not. And I love that. I love that it's not clearly like saying, "To hell with Trump," or "I love Trump." It's just sort of saying, hey, maybe we're already a great country, though wildly imperfect, and we have a lot of room to improve. But let's just focus on being kinder instead of greater. True greatness is found in kindness, not in arrogance or aggression. And if you like that, give it a like, because that, again, will help this popcorn, the popcorn that is this video, pop through the Facebook algorithm. Jared Ross, excellent response. When I'm face-to-face with someone, I am full of compassion and understanding, but when I consider environmental issues that I care about myself, I find that I have a lot of internal aggression. I need to check my inner dialogue. Jared, that's one of the best comments. I just got chills that I've ever got on these Facebook videos, and we get hundreds of comments on every video. The fact that you can just be open and honest with yourself is an incredible sign of harmony with yourself. So yes, we all, as Pema Chodron says, we all have different mountains to climb. Some of us are really good at climbing the mountain of activism without aggression. Some of us are good at climbing the Netflix and chill mountain and never getting off the couch and doing any kind of activism. So it's great that you're doing activism, and if you can do it without aggression. And what is the problem with aggression? Fundamentally, it's that you're prejudging. You're coming in angry. Instead of seeing people, and as Abraham Lincoln said, and whatever editor is on duty, you could share this quote. I blogged about it. He says, "I've conquered my enemy when I make him my friend." Something like that. So the only way to truly conquer an enemy, I did a whole video on this, on the Dharmapala principle or Mahakala principle in Buddhism, which is basically you convert people from aggression into protecting and serving kindness. So you're not trying to convert them to a religion or even to your cause, but you just convert them to kindness. And the way you do that is to see them instead of coming in saying, "I'm better than you, I'm right, you're wrong," which is a very fundamental aggression. Ev, I am loving your comments. You're being very sweet. I don't need to show up with a bow tie. I'm being who I am. Well, yeah, I'm in my living room with my, obviously I'm not done replastering my wall here. And I'm wearing a hoodie and not much else. All right. June Day, just subscribe to my YouTube channel. Love your work. Thank you so much. YouTube.com/elephantjournal. And it's all free, so I hope you enjoy it. Abigail, how can we help you further Elephant Journal? Such a beautiful part of our lives. Thank you so much. I've been working on it for 14 years. I have not really traveled or taken many breaks. I have wonderful staff, but if you want to help us out, there's probably two good ways to do so. One is to write, one is to share what you care about in elephantjournal.com/submit. Just to write, just be part of the community and share your articles and share what you care about and try and help change this world for the kinder and change yourself along the way for the kinder. The second way is to get our new online magazine, which is free, elephantjournal.com/best. The reason why that's so powerful for Elephant is because we actually control it, unlike the Facebook algorithm. We don't even really control email since Google can hide half the email, whatever. But basically just to read. Whenever you're reading, you're supporting Elephant, independent media, and you're keeping us alive. There's a comment from beautiful Sean, to the point. Here's a quote. I think this is from my book. Love is about finding one's match, which means we shall touch our minds and hearts together at once and never condescend or aim for any goal between us but the truth. Things I would like to do with you. Carly, I wish we could vote from Australia. This election will affect us too. Well, if you get married to me or someone super immediately and you get your papers, maybe you can vote, but you'll have to work very fast. Kate, Redford is meat logging. That must be some sort of like term for napping. Christine, vote early. Yeah, it's a wonderful. I already voted. I voted a couple days ago. I got to vote for one of my best friends, Steve Fenberg, who's running for state senate. Pretty cool. He's the founder of New Era, Colorado, or one of them. Claire, love Elephant Journal, love the messages and work you do. All right, any questions? Here's one of my videos or a blog by Sean Korn. Great job, Elephant Editor. Amanda, yeah, I was a Bernie supporter and a Bernie donor and a Bernie fan. And I also lived in Vermont for years. I loved Bernie. But we have to remember, I was just talking about this with Steve Fenberg last night, actually, at his house, that there is no perfect candidate. A lot of the love for Bernie was very naive. It was saying, you're perfect. Bernie is perfect. He's the solution to everything. We also did that to Obama. You know, we can't put people up on a pedestal. This is democracy. We ourselves have to be the change. So Hillary doesn't need to be perfect. We just need someone who's competent, who basically is going to do good things and recognizes that climate change is real and that equal rights are important, even if she only did so belatedly. There's my blog, Deepak Chopra. Donald Trump thinks with his, he's stuck in his first chakra. I really recommend you watch that. It's really funny. Zoe, dude, you give me hope. Thank you for everything, Elephant. Dude, I love your comment. Thank you. Ready? Victoria, I am curious. Look at how you asked that. That's so beautiful and open. You're curious. So instead of judging me for voting for Hillary, you're saying, or prejudging. Judging is okay. Judging is when you have the facts. Prejudging is prejudice, right? Prejudge, prejudice. So you're curious. So Jill Stein, I've actually tweeted a fair amount about Jill. I'm not a fan. I'm disappointed in her, actually. I could very easily be a Green Party kind of person. I'm a progressive, hippie, Buddhist, cyclist, vegan weirdo in Boulder, Colorado. But I just don't feel like Jill is kind of on planet Earth. I don't really feel like she's that grounded. And her various policies, I honestly am not a huge fan of. Hillary, I do think, has not been transparent enough. WikiLeaks has helped with that. And what they've shown her to be is what I'm actually relieved to be a progressive, centrist with progressive tendencies and conservative tendencies, but not an evil person. So, if you're reading conspiracy sites, you'll probably be disagreeing with me right now. But you can see my various tweets on this at twitter.com/elephantjournal. For Gary Johnson, there's a long list. He's pro-Citizens United. He would destroy half the agencies in the U.S., like the EPA, that are protecting us and our children. I can call it up if you want, because I can't remember all the things. But he thinks the solution to climate change is pointless because, the sun will destroy the earth anyway. I mean, I'm not a huge fan. So I'll try and find this on my Twitter feed, but I tweet so much. I've been tweeting a lot about DAPL, about the pipeline. Gary Johnson. Okay, so I recently tweeted an amazing video on Gary Johnson and Jill Stein by John Oliver. It's worth watching. Gary Johnson. Sorry, I'm searching through my Twitter feed really quickly. It's riveting television, isn't it? But I will find it. I will. But I'm not. All right, well, maybe the editor can in the Twitter feed. Basically, my tack here to do it really quickly is to scroll really fast, really far, and then do a search for Gary. But I guess, oh, here it is. I just saw it. Hold on. This is going to be worth the wait. All right. Gary Johnson supports Citizen United, fracking, Keystone Pipeline. That's a very partial list. I have a much bigger list somewhere. But gosh, I tweet a lot. Here, I just found another one. He would cut the social safety net. He would cut the corporate tax rate. I already mentioned he loves fracking and the Keystone Pipeline. Anyway, it's probably a pretty good starter list. So yeah, I'm not a fan. But the idea of a third-party candidate is fine. I would just remind people my mom lives in Canada, and their three-party system is just as messed up as our two-party system. It's not, three parties are not necessarily going to be better. They're the two kind of liberalish parties tend to split the vote. That's why it's so lucky that we finally got Trudeau in, because for years Stephen Harper would win because he would split the liberal vote, and then he'd get all the conservative vote, and he'd win. Alrighty. Reggie loves elephant. Jared, awesome on Jared. Aaron, I love and connect with every line of things I would like to do with you, but I am not sure if I'm ready to read the whole book yet. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm in emotional recovery and I want to be super emotionally open and ready because I'm sure it's going to touch me in places I've closed off right now. Well, that's beautiful and very sweet, but also, and fine. You should trust yourself. But I would also say that, like with Dharma books, with Buddhist books that I read, sometimes you're open to something, sometimes you're not. And if you're not, you don't connect with it. But then you go back and you read it the next year, and same paragraph that you just skipped over blows you away, right? So it's okay to read something and not take it in if you're being present with it. You can always come back to it. Taylor Lewis, I'm teaching college freshmen and use my topics in class to teach tolerance and critical thinking. That's kind of cool. Do you actually show my videos, or do you just take my topics and run? Either way is super flattering, and I hope it's helpful. And remember, most of these topics, I would say 95% of them, just are from Buddhism, so I can't take any credit, and certainly don't. But any blame, anything you dislike about them is generally going to be all me. There's a Buddhist approach of anger or temper in the comments. Roxanne's happy to be here. Likewise. Melanie will write. Carrie, I love this. I want to steal this. Most of us listen to others with the intent of responding instead of listening to understand the other person. Yeah, imagine if activists were like, no DAPL. We're here to listen. Why are you trying to frack? And that was the protest. And then we just had a big conversation. The problem is that the people they would be trying to have the conversation with wouldn't be the decision makers necessarily. I think the elephant editor today is Lindsay, because I'm so happy with her work. And Lindsay's like the number 2 person in charge of elephant. So she's kind of a veteran. Emily, I incorporate the little things that I can with my 3- and 5-year-old, teaching them to care for the earth by recycling and picking up litter and recyclables on our walks. I want to raise them to be mindful lovers of themselves and our earth. That is wonderful. Remember, a lot of recycling is not that eco. Picking up litter and recycling is super cool, but if we can not use plastic in the first place, carry our own to-go cup, that's far better. and then you can put stickers on it and your name and whatever. It can be fun. I agree, Melanie, overall. Yeah, the Green Party is just a little wacko, but it's my kind of wacko, and I wish they had a wacko that I could support, because I'm a wacko. As individuals dedicated to mindfulness, we cannot idly glance over this campaign season, and we must strive to remain engaged even when we feel disheartened or irritated. As yogis, we cannot be uninterested in politics. We are part of it. That sounds like a great blog. I don't know who it's by, but the link is in the comments. All right, Harry's getting inspired. People like this make me look forward to our future. Save our planet. Hippie love. Climate change is real. Ev Wong, love John Oliver. He's doing such a great job at explaining the finer details of our crazy election. Okay, Janice, I don't think you're listening. So when you call someone Hitlery, whether it's Trump or Hillary, then you're just being mean. So you can say, well, Trump is doing things similar to Hitler, and let me describe what he's doing. He's using people's fear, and he's blaming various groups, ethnic groups, immigrant groups, whatever. And that's fine to talk about in a rational way, but the Chinese vaccine industry, Janice, I think we're going to have to delete your comment. And we've only done that one other time, so regard that not as a compliment, but as quite a sad moment. Calling someone Hitlery is not conversation. I mean, the reason you would leave that comment is because you would want to have a conversation and maybe convert some people to your way of thinking. Well, being name-calling is not the way to do that. Ad hominem attacks are a sign of weakness in your argument, not a sign of strength. So ad hominem is when you say, Waylon, you're ugly, you're an asshole. Sorry for swearing, guys, but it's an ad hominem. So that's a sign of weakness. Instead, you could say, Waylon, you know, you can make an argument. Waylon, maybe you should shower before doing your videos. Waylon, when you are self-obsessed, you're actually quite selfish. That's a more eloquent argument that has a chance to help me change. So, Lindsay, I think we're going to have to delete Janice. But we won't block you, Janice. If you want to re-comment in a more constructive way, I'm fine with that. Eliza Clark, thank you. You're amazing, and thank you for being here. Eric, I don't really respect Jill Stein that much. I feel like she has a wonderful opportunity, particularly in this election when people don't really particularly love Trump or Hillary, to really make the Green Party a thing. And I feel like she's kind of dropped that opportunity. But Natalie, I'm rarely accused of being humble, but thank you. Sean, Democrats align with most of my values. I mean, I would just remind anyone who is a Bernie fan or was a Bernie fan that thanks to Bernie and his fans, we have the most progressive platform in Democratic history in the Democratic Party. I feel pretty darn good about Hillary. Kate, when talking about being present, there are so many teachings and thoughts. Where does one possibly begin? Need some guidance on a good place to start. Well, Kate, I've done dozens of videos on meditation instruction, on everyday mindfulness. You could start there if you feel like it, if you like me. If you don't like me, that's okay. We have great blogs on Elephant Journal about meditation instruction and mindfulness tips. So I would definitely read the Dawton Letter by Trungpa Rinpoche. I would read some Pema Chodron. We have wonderful blogs on Pema Chodron and Tonglen, Pema Chodron and meditation, Pema Chodron and loneliness. I'm giving Lindsay a little heart attack right now with all the links. It is Lindsay. Roxanne, upcycle and carry utensils. Yeah, there's this great company called To Go Wear that we love, and reusable bags. It's good to pick up litter. You can find good charts on upcycling in Google. Yeah, so Nianke, we kind of covered the La, Nian, and Lu of how to tell if someone is in harmony. We did that in the first 20 minutes of this epic video. So you can watch from the beginning, or you can watch my video on La, Nian, and Lu. It's a Tibetan word. Thank you, Abigail. Thank you, Sean. Really sweet. Theo, really glad to hear this rational response to the Hitlery comment. Yeah, there's so much hate out there for Hillary. It is remarkable. You know, there's a lot of hate out there for Trump, too. One might say that he is not your typical Republican candidate, and not necessarily in a good way, that he has walked into some of that hate with his, you know, blaming various ethnic groups and let alone the comments about women. I mean, the list of Trump is remarkable, and of Trumpisms and Trump things that Trump hates and blames is a long list. New York Times just did a 2-page spread, and it's not because they're biased. It was literally using his quotes from Twitter. So, his words. Claire, we need kindness always, every day, in every way. Wow, that sounds like a children's book. I love it. You never know what people are going through. There's how to meditate, the Dawson letters. So that's like one of the classic meditation instructions, which you can do if you're a Jill, Gary, Donald, or Hillary fan. Tonglen is a meditation practice for difficult times, for grief, for suffering, for confusion. Emily, I have a habit of name calling when I don't agree or someone does not agree with me. I'm going to work on that. It is a toxic way to feel and act. Yeah, I love the 1950s thing where, you know, they stub your toe or you step on something sharp. And instead of saying, can I swear? I've already sworn. Instead of saying, fuck, or God damn it, they would say, bless me, or goodness gracious, or whatever. You know, there's some kind of beautiful thing about reminding you of goodness whenever something bad happens to you. So, on that note, let's take a good posture. We'll end with 2 minutes of meditation. I know I need it. I've already meditated today, but I feel very stiff. So let's take a good posture, like a Superman posture, a Wonder Woman posture, but then relax. You don't need to be superhuman. You can just be human. Eyes are open. This is shamatha Buddhist meditation, so we're not trying to block anything out, but your eyes can be down a bit so that we're not having too much distraction. Mouth can be relaxed. Hands are flat on your thighs. This is Buddhist meditation practice to practice being present, to come back from our insanity and our craziness to being present. And yeah, Lindsay just put meditation instruction in the comments in case you missed any of this. So just find your breath in and out. After you breathe in and out a few times with some attention, we'll move to intention. So you can put your hands together, you can bow in any way, you can do a Bruce Lee bow, you can go, ha! But I'm going to do Anjali, basic bow, saying my intention is any merit that I may create today, any goodness that I may create today through my meditation or my day, may it be a benefit to everyone, not just myself. And if when it's benefit to everyone all over the world, then maybe it'll come back to me. And if you're about to leave this video because you're bored of meditation, big mistake. But if you are about to leave, give it a like or love and share it up. Please, it really helps. Or get our newsletter, elephantjournal.com/best. All right. So now you've created the intention that this isn't just for yourself. Follow your breath in and out. So if you need more help on this, we have these talks by Thich Nhat Hanh with a partner. You can get them for half off or something through Elephant. We could put that link in there. Thich Nhat Hanh is a slightly better meditation teacher than I am. I blab. He actually transmits wisdom. So check out Thich Nhat Hanh, and we got you a deal, so it's super affordable if you're for your commute or your run or whatever. You can listen to him. And yeah, there's the link for Facebook Live alerts. There's the Thich Nhat Hanh. So it's 25% off. Thich Nhat Hanh Classic Dharma Talks, audio recordings. We love Thich Nhat Hanh. All right, so let's meditate. Breathe in, breathe out. When you find yourself distracted by thoughts like, I can't believe I just am blabbing during meditation, you can label that thinking. Oh, I'm thinking. And you can be gentle and kind to yourself. I'm thinking. And then just return your attention to your breath, in and out. Whatever your thought is, I would love some hot cinnamon raisin bread with vegan butter. That's really good from Miyako, Moko, or whatever it is. Label that thinking. Return to your breath. So you're not accepting your thoughts, you're not rejecting your thoughts, you're just being aware of them. Like, I have a crush on a girl and she's really cute and it was fun talking with her. Thinking, I'm thinking. You're just becoming aware of your mind. Return your attention to the breath. And then when you naturally do it, you reconnect with the present moment. You'll find yourself sigh. You'll find yourself open up and relax. You'll find your posture improve. Okay, and then remember to end with a bow. May this be of benefit. May you be happy. Thank you so much. We do these 5 days a week. Akam, thank you. I never tried meditation this way. I think I'm learning. Thanks, Waylon. If you have any questions about meditation right now, I'm here for you. If not, you can read those blogs or whatever. Nikki, you haven't had too much coffee to meditate. I'm sure you're half kidding, but you can be present with your busyness and come back to your breath. You can handle anything. That's the power of meditation. Meditation is not for peaceful people. Meditation is for real people. There's a quote for you, Lindsay. All right. Thank you so much. And the second I hang up, as it says in the comments, you can click the button to get live video notifications. And thank you for Sean Korn for joining, even if you only watched for a minute. All right. Thanks, folks. And bye from Radford. He's still hard at work over there. And bye from beautiful Boulder, Colorado. Ev, thank you. All righty.